Chosen ones, God has guided you to this very moment. And what I'm about to share is a divine message crafted just for you. You are not here by chance. You are a radiant soul hand-picked by the Creator for a purpose so extraordinary it will leave you in awe. This is your divine moment, a sacred turning point where the heavens are aligning to pour out blessings beyond your wildest dreams. You've walked through fire. You've been through storms that almost drowned you. Nights where sleep never came, and mornings where your strength felt like it had run out. But even in those moments, there was something inside you that refused to give up. You kept going, not because you had all the answers, but because something in your soul whispered, you were born for more. And now you're here. This moment, this message, it's no accident. This is divine alignment. God sees what no one else does. He saw you when the lights were off, when the tears rolled down your face and your prayers felt unanswered. He was there. He saw your faith when nobody else did, and now He's calling your name. This message, right here, right now, is God's reminder that you are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. Every hardship, every delay, every closed door was part of a divine strategy to position you for something greater than you can even imagine. You were never waiting. You were being prepared. The enemy tried to bury you, but they didn't know you were a seed. And now it's harvest season. Now is the time when the rain starts to fall and everything that was buried inside of you starts to grow. You're stepping into a season of divine recognition. The tables are turning. The doors are opening. And it's not because you forced them open. It's because God is opening them for you. Chosen one, you have to understand the power of divine timing. What didn't work before, what failed you before, what broke you before. God is about to use it all. He's rewriting the narrative. He's not just giving you back what you lost. He's giving you back more. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. But listen to me carefully. This moment is sacred. You must not scroll past it. You must not ignore the call. When God moves, you move, because blessings delayed are not blessings denied. But if you hesitate too long, you could miss the wave entirely. Don't let fear speak louder than your faith. Don't let past wounds blind you to future miracles. You are standing at the threshold of something holy, something life-changing. And all heaven is watching to see how you respond. This is your moment. Right here, right now. The kind of moment that shifts legacies, that changes bloodlines, that heals generations. God chose you, yes, you. Not because you were the strongest or the most qualified, but because you were willing. Willing to listen, willing to grow, willing to trust when it didn't make sense. The reward is coming, the restoration is coming, and the revelation is already here. All you have to do is open your heart, because what's on the other side of this message is everything you've prayed for. Chosen ones, God is speaking directly to your heart right now. First, I want you to do 3 things to awaken the energy of this moment. Pause this video, hit the like button, so this message reaches other chosen souls. And subscribe to join thousands of radiant spirits walking this divine path. Then, type the number 777 in the comments below. This is a powerful symbol of spiritual alignment and divine favor. When you do this, you're sending a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive everything God has prepared for you. If you are truly one of the chosen, you will stay with me until the very end, because your soul already knows this truth is meant just for you. The pain, the silence, the waiting, it all had purpose. You didn't suffer for nothing. You didn't cry into that pillow just to be forgotten. You didn't sit in silence with a heavy heart, questioning your value, questioning your path, just to be cast aside. No, it was never meaningless. Every unanswered prayer, every season of isolation, every time you felt like nobody saw you, God saw you, and He was building something within you. Something eternal. See, chosen one, what you've been going through wasn't punishment. It was preparation. You were being refined. You were being tested, molded, and sanctified. You were in the furnace because what God is about to release in your life required a version of you that could carry the weight of the blessing. Not everyone could endure what you've endured, and yet here you are, breathing, standing, still hoping, still believing. That's not weakness. That's divine resilience. That's faith that refuses to break. You've wondered why you've been hidden, why doors didn't open, why relationships fell apart, why you felt like you were always one step away from breakthrough but never quite there. It's because God was setting the stage. He was rearranging the atmosphere. He was aligning your destiny with heaven's calendar. He wasn't late. He was intentional. And what's coming now? It couldn't have come before. You had to be ready. You had to be spiritually mature enough to receive it, and strong enough to hold on to it. Every silent season sharpened your discernment. Every heartbreak deepened your compassion. Every delay strengthened your character. You were never being denied. You were being designed. Designed for a purpose that is too sacred to be rushed, too holy to be handed out carelessly. That's why the enemy tried to distract you. That's why the weight felt unbearable sometimes. Because what's inside of you threatens darkness itself. You are a carrier of light, a vessel of divine purpose. And the enemy knows that if you ever realize the power you hold, nothing could stop you. That's why the battle has been fierce. That's why it felt personal, because it was. But God, oh chosen one, God stepped in. God covered you. God preserved you. Even when you didn't know you were being protected, His hand was over your life. Now the silence breaks. Now the waiting ends. Now the revelation begins. You are about to witness why the pain was necessary, why the tears were collected, why the waiting felt endless. Because what God is birthing through you will not just bless you, it will overflow into generations. It will be a testimony, a light in dark places, a divine ripple through time. Don't mistake the process for punishment. You are not being broken, you are being built. And now that the building is complete, the door is opening. And when you walk through it, you'll see it was all worth it. God never left you in the silence. He was simply speaking in a language only the soul could understand. You've been feeling something stir within you, haven't you? A quiet vibration, a pull you can't explain. It's not anxiety, it's not restlessness, it's something deeper. Your spirit has already picked up on what your mind hasn't fully grasped yet. There is a divine shift happening, and your soul knows. Before you even saw this message, something inside you was already whispering, "Pay attention, something is coming." That whisper wasn't random. That was God aligning your spirit with His purpose. That was your soul responding to the frequency of heaven. See, the soul always knows before the eyes can see. It's why you felt like you're on the edge of something, like the wind is about to change direction in your favor. You don't have the full picture yet, but you know enough to stay alert. That's not coincidence. That's spiritual sensitivity. That's divine awareness waking up in you. When the seasons begin to shift, the earth feels it. The wind moves differently. The atmosphere changes. You, chosen one, are like that earth. You feel the spiritual change before it manifests. That feeling you've had lately, that inner stirring, that holy discomfort, it's not confusion, it's preparation. You're being moved, positioned, placed in the path of your destiny. And your spirit is getting the signal before your circumstances catch up. That's why things around you have started to feel unfamiliar. People who once fit don't anymore. Environments that used to feel comfortable now seem too small. Goals you used to chase no longer satisfy your spirit. You're growing, you're elevating, and you're being pulled towards something higher. You can't explain it to everyone. That's okay. It's not their stirring, it's yours. And those who are not chosen to walk this divine path with you won't understand it. Let them go. This awakening is not for the crowd. It's for the called. And you are called. Your discernment is getting sharper. You're starting to see the truth behind the lies. You're starting to hear God's voice in places you once ignored. You feel peace when you let go of what no longer serves you. You feel conviction when you try to stay in places you've outgrown. That's the Spirit working in you. That's how you know the shift is real. You've come too far to turn back now. That stirring in your soul is your confirmation. God is waking you up for a reason, not just to witness the shift, but to become the shift. You are not here just to survive the change. You are here to embody it, to lead others through it. to walk in such a powerful alignment with God's purpose that your very presence becomes a testimony of transformation. And don't be afraid of what you feel. You're not losing your mind, you're finding your spirit. You're becoming aware of the unseen forces moving in your favor. Angels are being assigned. Opportunities are being arranged. Destiny is being drawn towards you. The vibration in your soul is a response to heaven opening up. Chosen one, let it stir. Let it guide you. Let it carry you forward. You don't have to know every detail. You just have to trust the direction. The wind is shifting and it's blowing in your favor. What you feel in your soul is not your imagination. It's your invitation. Answer it. There are moments in life when everything around you seems quiet, too quiet. Like the calm before a storm or the silence before something divine explodes into your reality. You've been walking through one of those seasons. A season where your prayers felt like echoes, where your efforts seemed to vanish into thin air. You showed up, you tried, you poured your heart out, and still it felt like nothing moved. But chosen one, I need you to hear this loud and clear. The silence was not absence, it was strategy. God is a master architect. When he builds, he doesn't rush. When he moves, he doesn't announce it with fireworks. No, his greatest work often begins in the dark, in silence, in obscurity. Think about the seed buried in the soil. It's covered, it's hidden, it's silent. But underneath the surface, life is erupting. Roots are forming. Strength is being built. It's not dead, it's developing. And that's exactly what God has been doing with you. He covered you for a reason. He silenced the noise so you could hear his whisper. He took away the distractions so you could focus on the divine. Because when the spotlight hits too soon, it can destroy what hasn't been matured. But when the preparation is complete, no force in hell can stop what God unleashes. And chosen one, your time in the soil is coming to an end. What he planted in you is ready to rise. You've been crying out for answers, wondering when the breakthrough would come. But the truth is, the breakthrough didn't start when you saw results. It started the moment you didn't quit, when you stayed faithful, when you kept praying, when you chose to believe even with an aching heart. That's when the shift began. That's when heaven took notice. And now you're standing on the edge of divine fulfillment. This isn't about what you've lost. It's about what's about to find you. You thought the delay was denial, but it was divine timing. You thought you were being punished, but you were being positioned. God hasn't forgotten you. He's been forming you. You are not late. You're right on schedule for the miracle. But you must be ready to move when God says move. You must be ready to open your hands when the blessing arrives. Because when God releases what he's been preparing, it will come fast, suddenly, overflowing. And don't you dare let fear make you question your worth. Don't let your past tell you you're not qualified. Don't let that voice in your head whisper, you're not ready. Because if God says it's time, then it's time. Period. You didn't go through all that refining just to doubt now. You've endured too much to shrink back. You've cried too long to miss this moment. Everything is coming full circle. The things that didn't make sense will start connecting. The pain will reveal its purpose. The delay will show its design. And you'll stand in awe, not because you figured it out, but because God was faithful. Because even when you couldn't see him, he was still moving. Even when you didn't feel him, he was still fighting for you. And now, he's about to reward you openly for everything you endured privately. So when the silence ends and the doors swing wide, don't hesitate. Step into it boldly. Walk into it with the confidence of a soul who's been handpicked, preserved, and positioned by the Creator himself. The silence was never a rejection. It was God building the stage for your reveal. Now step into the light, chosen one. Your moment has arrived. There are certain moments when God doesn't just speak to your ears. He speaks to your spirit. And when he does, it doesn't sound like thunder. It feels like stillness. A calm assurance that shakes your very bones. Chosen one, this is that moment. The moment your spirit has been waiting for. The moment when God pulls back the curtain and shows you what the battle was really about. It was never just about the pain. It was never just about the setbacks. It was about shaping you into the kind of vessel that can carry the weight of a blessing without it breaking you. See, the enemy knew who you were long before you did. That's why you were attacked so early. That's why the pressure came before the promotion. That's why you faced the kind of battles other people wouldn't have survived. Because your life carries a weight of glory that others can't comprehend. You were never ordinary. You were chosen. And chosen people fight battles tailored to their destiny. But don't mistake the intensity of your struggle for the absence of God. He's been there in every tear, every lonely night, every quiet prayer whispered through clenched teeth. He was with you in the middle of that breakdown. He stood by you when you thought nobody saw you. He collected every tear like it was treasure, because to him it is. He saw you fight demons with nothing but your faith. He watched you love people who didn't love you back. And through it all, you didn't lose your soul. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you chosen. And now, hear me, you are stepping into a realm where the things that broke you will start to bless you. The pain that once made you question your worth will become the reason you walk in power. The rejection that once made you feel abandoned will become the redirection that leads you to your purpose. God didn't allow the fire to destroy you. He used it to refine you. You are gold, chosen one. You just had to go through the fire to see it. Some of you have been asking God, why me? Why the heartbreak? Why the delay? Why the pressure? But what if the real question is, why not you? You are equipped, you are anointed, you are divinely backed by heaven's authority. The attacks on your life are proof that something powerful is about to break through. You wouldn't be under this kind of pressure if you weren't close to something extraordinary. So don't shrink back, don't second guess. Don't let fear silence the roar inside you. You were born for such a time as this. You were crafted for this exact moment in history. And when you walk in rooms, heaven walks with you. When you speak, chains break. When you pray, hell trembles. That's the level you're operating on now. God is raising you in secret so he can reveal you in power. The world is about to see what heaven has known all along. That you are his, that you carry his favor, that you move in his authority, that everything that tried to break you will now bow before the glory you walk in. You survived the battle not just to live, but to reign. Now rise, chosen one. Your crown has been waiting. This is the final call of confirmation. The last whisper before the wind turns into a wave that carries you into your destiny. Chosen one, God has seen you standing on the edge, waiting, hoping, questioning. You've been asking, is this really it? Is this my moment? And heaven is shouting back, yes, this is it. The pain was the preparation. The waiting was the weight training. The silence was the strategy. But now the shift has come. It's not coming, it's here. And you've been equipped for this exact hour. See, people thought you were finished. They judged you based on what they could see. But they never knew what God was doing behind the curtain. While they were busy writing you off, heaven was writing your next chapter. While they were sleeping on you, God was waking up every hidden gift inside you. And now he's ready to unveil what he's been shaping in the dark. You were never forgotten. You were hidden for impact, protected for purpose, shielded for the spotlight. This isn't just about breakthrough. This is about becoming. God didn't allow you to be broken so you could be bitter. He allowed it so you could be bold. He allowed the pressure not to crush you, but to carve you into something stronger, something wiser, something powerful. And now you're ready to be launched into the very thing you thought you'd never reach. This season is not about striving. It's about surrender. Not about chasing things. It's about attracting them. When your spirit aligns with heaven, the blessings don't need to be forced, they flow. You won't have to beg for what's already written in your story. You won't have to knock on doors that were custom designed to swing open at your arrival. All you have to do is walk in faith. All you have to do is say, yes, Lord, I'm ready, and I need you to really feel this. You are not starting from scratch. You're starting from strength. Everything you've been through has compounded into spiritual momentum. Every night you cried, every moment you endured, every time you kept going even when it didn't make sense, those were seeds. Seeds that are now bursting through the soil of your life. And what's coming? It's harvest time. An overflow that will make you forget the years of drought. A joy that will heal every hidden wound. A peace that makes no sense in the natural, but flows perfectly from the supernatural. You're not just walking into a new chapter, you're stepping into a whole new book. New identity, new authority, new access. And don't be surprised when people from your past don't recognize you. Don't be shocked when old environments no longer fit. Elevation always demands separation. But don't worry, God is sending new connections, kingdom alignments, people who speak your language, see your light, and honor your anointing. You don't have to fit in when you were born to stand out. And now hear this like it's being carved into your soul. You didn't come this far just to come this far. You're not done. You're just getting started. Everything in your life has been building to this moment. You've passed the test. You've paid the price. And now God is opening the floodgates. Walk through boldly, chosen one. Your divine moment has finally arrived, and heaven is watching you shine.